Hello, this is Isaac Mullins with TSS Universal Incorporated, president and creator. Just a little inspirational slash, we'll leave it an inspiration. I want to convey something to you guys, something that's, it's been a huge factor in my growth and development. Um, it, and there's so many things I can convey in this video alone, but I'll cut it back to basics. Literally, I'm so proud. I mean, it's literally a decision-making process, to continue with one's dream, despite how insurmountable it may seem, how impossible, how many of those out there around you say that exactly that you'll never make it, or that you're not the one, or there's no way, or that it's incomprehensible in their imagination spectrum. And that's fine, that's the way they are. So it's entirely up to you to decide for yourself what your reality is, what your abilities are. And I just wanted to convey to you guys that after building something that has never been done, something that's bigger than anything that's ever been done in human history, something that's designed to entirely shift the balance of and the direction of humans' history, or excuse me, future. It's just that's such a monumental task, and to be diving into it day after day and getting progress, and just visualizing just how massive and how insane and how crazy and how beautiful it all is. I have to give myself a little perspective, and I'm able to do this from having done this type of research. But there are so many stories out there of those that have persevered through insurmountable odds and seemingly impossible uh, goals and dreams and ambitions, and yet they did it and they accomplished it through a single-minded determinedness and a focus that most around them couldn't understand, and it set them apart. And here I am, segregated from humanity in a sense, focused in this grind. And granted, I have a huge social network of many, many people that I have out there that I care about and care about me, and so on and so forth, that I don't even get to keep up with anymore because I'm so busy, on my end building this. And what it takes from me is 110% at every point in time. I mean, 110, 120 constantly. I'm just nonstop pushing my limits, and that not many understand that. And again, a part of irrelevant or relativity. I look at other stories, and I've done this research. Getting back to this point, all these big business types that had some point been at this point, and they had to grind, and it took them years and years, or even a lifetime, to fulfill their purpose. And yet I'm doing it in such a short amount of time, even 10 years from initial, like, no, I would say that trip to Mexico that I put in the overview, and you guys will hear that story plenty of times, and I won't even convey it now. I mean, it just literally, as a philanthropist mindset, what can I do to help in a tangible way those that I see need the help, and how can I help the rest of the world by helping those people, so that we're not getting, constantly hit up for money, or like drunks out there, like doing things in front of our kids that, I could tell you some stories since coming to Anchorage. I mean, it just, you guys, it's incorrect, and I think we all understand this. I think we know this, even those that are in the wrong and don't know how to get, where they need to go. I mean, they even sense that something is amiss, and that's why they're escaping, because they're not happy, and it's not, their reality that they want. So, you guys, I don't even have to argue the point anymore. I mean, you guys do the arguing for me on both ends. I'll just repeat what you say back to me, and then you argue it, and I'm just like, well, okay, that makes sense. And again, it's just interesting, very interesting. So again, inspiration, you guys, like it, by choice, and never giving up, and literally channeling every bit of energy into nothing but progress. And sitting for hours, eating trail mix because I'm keeping my budget low. I have food out there. I'm gonna make some lunch here in a second. But it's the sriracha meal. I keep doing rice, eggs, sausage, sriracha, honey, and salt. I mean, that's literally an everyday thing. And then, fillers for the in between, because I'm hypoglycemic and constantly feeling somewhat nauseous. You guys, it's sacrifice. Are you willing to put yourself outside your comfort zone? Are you willing to make a leap into the abyss when you don't know the outcome, when the outcome seems so insurmountable that it's almost hopeless, it's overwhelming just to think about? I mean, just diving into this, I mean, every day I'm like, okay, I'm going to chink away at this massive, massive, massive glacier. I can't even say that. I mean, this glacier's moving at 10,000 miles a year. I mean, this is so intense and yet it's so massive. It's just at an avalanche with a shovel. Yeah, that's a better analogy. I'm trying to stop an avalanche with a shovel. You guys, that was so valid. I've never heard that one. Okay, you guys, honestly, I love it though, because that adrenaline, that rush, that's living. I ask you to choose the same for yourself, please, because you deserve it. It's entirely your right. Again, all living existence has the right to such. Just calling it out and actively fighting every day for your guys' rights, even when you do nothing but complain. And hey, by the way, you do not have the right to complain in my book if you do not tangibly do something active about it. If you are literally just standing around complaining about the issues and being part of the problem by not taking action, you have no right to do so. That is not your right. Your right is to act. Well, I guess it is your right. Gosh. Universal standards, it is your right. I just very much disrespect your stance. Dang it. You guys saw me correct myself. That little inner voice. Oh, fine, you have the right. You also have the right to living positively and making your own decisions. And you guys, I'm going to end it with no doubt, no fear. Live it. Live your frequency. Wake up. Please remember. Please, because I need your guys' help to save you. It's just the way it is. I can't help you unless you want to help yourself. Figured that one out the hard way so many times. Have a good one now. Love you.